Good morning, folks. Welcome to That's My Farm. I'm Jim Schroyer, your host, and we're in luck because we're cutting wheat with a custom cutting crew from North Dakota. We're going to be joined by Stephanie Osowski, and she's going to tell us about her experiences on a custom cutting crew and all about the all-aboard wheat harvest that she blogs for. So stay with us. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsors.
Closed captioning brought to you by Ag Promo Source. Together we grow. Learn more at agpromosource.com.
That's My Farm is brought to you in part by Tallgrass Commodities. Big enough to serve, small enough to care.
Welcome back to That's My Farm. I'm Jim Schroyer, and with us we have Stephanie Osowski from Grafton, North Dakota. So, Stephanie, tell us a little bit about Grafton. Where is it?
In the general shape of North Dakota, up in the square, we're in like the northeastern corner, about 50 miles south of the Canadian border. You hear that? You hear that a lot. So tell what's grown in that area? We primarily, the ground is very rich. It's very dark. So what farmers will do in the area is harvest plant the big crops. So potatoes, sugar beets, those are the cash crops.
High dollar.
Right. There's some spring wheat. You'll find some edibles like pinto beans, edible beans, soybeans, but mostly you're going to find potatoes and beets.
A little canola, I'm guessing.
Yep, more not necessarily where I'm from. That'd be more like within the 100-mile radius.
Right. Okay. Okay. So you have been on this on the harvest crew or harvest custom cutters for a while. So kind of tell us the history. So not that you're old or anything like that. So kind of tell us how you got into it, how long you've been on the harvest custom cutters.
Well, I've never not went on harvest. I will be 25 in August, and this is year 25 that I've been going on harvest.
Oh my. so that's right off the bat. I guess you helped to drive the trucks at that early age.
Yep, probably before I was supposed to.
Right. Okay. So, tell us a little bit about the crew. I mean, how many combines you're running and that sort of thing.
This year we have 2 combines down with us. So we have the supporting equipment to go with that, just truck-wise. We have a triaxle, and then we have 2 semis down, and then we didn't bring a grain cart just because grain cart is one more person, one more vehicle. Just it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's just more. It's more to bring down.
Right. Okay, so where do you start, and then where do you go from here?
We start about 50 miles from Texas in southern Oklahoma, in Hobart, Oklahoma, and we work our way north to about north central Oklahoma, just north of Enid, in Jet, Oklahoma.
Oh yeah, Jet Nash, I know the area.
Friendly, lovely people. But from there we had a new stop this year. We went around like Anthony, Attica, Kansas.
Okay, right, on the border there.
Yep. And now we are here in Lyons, Kansas. From here we go to St. Francis, Kansas. And then from there we go to like Big Springs, Nebraska. Right. And then from there we go to Hemingford, Nebraska. And then we go all the way home.
All the way home. So what do you do when you get home then? I mean, what are you won't be cutting wheat because you said there's not too much wheat in your general area.
There's enough to keep us busy. Don't get me wrong. There's enough. But what happened last year? If this year's anything like last year, we got home on a Thursday and we were cutting barley by Saturday. Oh my! So not much downtime. No. Okay. So I hear the combine coming is going to unload. So I think we better take a station break right now. And you folks stay with us. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsors.
Soil is the life of a farm, and for 25 years, SureCrop Liquid Crop Nutrition has helped growers produce abundant quality crops while preserving and improving the soils they steward. SureCrop offers complete soil and plant analysis with cropping recommendations, delivery direct to your on-farm storage, and quality crop nutrition custom blended for your field. Choose SureCrop for the assurance of excellence for your soil. Call today or visit their website for more information.
KFRM is one of the largest farm radio stations in the nation, dedicated to informing and entertaining rural listeners from northern Oklahoma to southwestern Nebraska. You can catch KFRM in many ways, of course, 550 on the AM dial, streaming at KFRM.com, or on your smartphone by going to the TuneIn Radio app. or on Ag AM in Kansas on Tuesdays and Facebook every day of the week. KFRM, tune us in. You'll be glad you did.
Brown Chevrolet Buick in Wamego is driven by the spirit of American ingenuity. Come in for a new Chevrolet car, truck, or SUV. If we don't have exactly what you want, we'll find it for you. And we also have a great selection of used cars. We make sure you have an easy, fun, and transparent sales experience that saves you time and money. But if you want high-pressure salesmen and hours spent in the finance office, you'll just have to go elsewhere. Brown Chevrolet Buick in Wamego. We're making car buying great again. That's My Farm. It's brought to you in part by Tallgrass Commodities. Big enough to serve, small enough to care.
Welcome back to That's My Farm. I'm Jim Schroyer, and Stephanie Osowski didn't run off during that station break. So Stephanie, let's continue the conversation we had about the crew, the pricing mechanism. So who all do you have with you on this excursion?
Well, it's me and my younger brother Brandon, and my dad Bob, and my mom Lori, and then we have a South African named Peter. So okay, so there's your crew. And so what about you're mainly driving the truck, but if Peter or Brandon get tired of driving the combine, you can step in. Right.
Everybody can drive. Your mom?
Yeah, no, we're actually,
you're utility fielders.
Yes,
I mean, you can play any
are,
position.
we all are. The only thing, Mom won't drive the truck.
Okay.
Mom had some mishaps back in the day when she was the main hired hand, and she sworn off truck driving.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay, Mama's happy. Okay.
Well, Mama ain't happy, nobody happy.
Yeah, right, something like that. Oh, okay. So tell me a little bit about when you leave. You know, how many acres you might cover during the course of a year.
We try to do, well, what we've been seeing the last few years is 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 in the south that we can cover. And then we try to do exactly that amount while we're home as well.
Oh, okay.
Between the wheat and the fall crops and everything that we can do in those months.
And you have a farm as well.
Yep, we just a couple, like 400-acre farm.
Right, okay. Okay, so tell me, now a lot of our audience are mainly producers, so they'll understand the cost that you charge. So kind of give us a ballpark for the non-producers in the audience on what it costs to what you charge per acre, per bushel, that sort of thing.
We do kind of 3 different equations to figure the one big amount that we will give at the end, and that
the grand total.
Right, and that consists of overage. So anything over 20 bushels in your field, then we get a little extra just for the wear and tear on the machines, and just the amount of the extra weight of the higher test weights of the fields, or the yields, fields. And then we have a harvesting amount that we charge just for harvesting the field.
Just a per acre basis.
Right, and then we have a hauling fee.
Okay.
So overage, harvesting, hauling.
Okay. I see that.
Yep.
Okay, so again, for the non-producer or non-ag audience here, why would someone want to hire a custom cutter to cut their wheat fields or corn or what have you?
Well, in the agricultural year, the amount of time harvest takes is on average a week. Maybe in a certain area. So producers think to themselves, why would I buy this big expensive machine for a week long of work and then it sits in my shed for the rest of the year?
Right.
But they still have to maintain it, they still have to buy the parts, they still have to actually own it, they have to have somebody run it, so that's labor if they're not going to run it.
Exactly.
So,
well, if they're running the combine, somebody's got to run the trucks.
Right, so in any event it is labor, no matter what the labor is doing. So they see us as, okay, they're coming through, we'll just pay them this amount, which is a fraction of what you pay for the actual machine, and then it's done, and they don't have to worry about it.
Okay. The downside would be custom cutters is you can't be there when the producer wants you because you're 150 miles south.
Right, and this year has been particularly
with all the rains.
Difficult. Yes,
with all the rains in Texas and Oklahoma.
They're still cruising Texas.
Oh my.
Today.
Oh my. Okay. Well, hang on. We got to take a break here.
Okay.
Folks, stay with us. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsors.
Ag Promo Source is a unique group of marketing specialists with one mission: help your ag business grow. Each affiliate has their own area of expertise, and they work together to bring you advice, products, and services. To get started, visit agpromosource.com. Ag Promo Source. Together we grow.
Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture, represents grassroots agriculture. The state's largest and most powerful farm organization stands up for its members through leadership development, agriculture education, legal defense, environmental advocacy, farm safety, and risk management. Members also enjoy money-saving benefits. To join our organization today or to learn more, go to www.kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter.
Hello friends, I'm Ernie Rodina.
And I'm Dawn Dawson with the Better Horses Radio Show.
For over 9 years, we've been bringing the Better Horses Radio Show to markets all across the Midwest. We talk about God, lots about horses.
We talk about cows, we talk about horse health, we talk to top trainers, and we even talk about Roy Rogers.
We are having a blast with Better Horses Radio Show and would love to take it to a market near you.
So visit our website at betterhorsesradio.com and let us or your local radio station know you'd like to hear it in your area.
The Better Horses Radio Show is unbelievable.
That's My Farm is brought to you in part by TALLGRASS Commodities, big enough to serve, small enough to care.
Welcome back to That's My Farm. With us we have Stephanie Osowski, a custom cutter from North Dakota. Stephanie, tell us a little bit more about the actual being in the field. What's a good day? And then I'll ask you what the bad day is.
A good day.
Well, so what's a good day? You know, cutting wise, when you get started, I mean. So
no breakdowns, that's a good day.
That's a good day. Does that ever happen?
Don't jinx it now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's been okay.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
A good day with two combines, we can cover anywhere from 200 to 300 acres. But that's in perfect conditions, mind you. That is flat ground. That is no terraces.
No terraces. What? No, we're in a field that's chopped up with lots of
right.
waterways.
So, yes, so that would be, you know, not the humidity's not too bad to make the straw tougher to thrash.
Sure.
Stuff like that.
So what's a bad day look like?
Well, I'm trying to think of a day, because usually I would say we got stuck or we had a bad breakdown, but with one combine it looks worse. I'm used to having one combine to where if the combine's broke, everything, you're done. You can't move.
Yeah, right.
To where this year we have two, so we were still able to keep going while the other combine was being fixed.
Okay.
So I really can't complain.
Yeah, stucks or breakdowns. And
now you jinxed it, you ruined it.
So tell us a little bit about the combines you're running. How many bushels? You've got 35 and 40 foot headers?
Yep. Our New Holland combines hold about 300 bushels in the hopper. And then what we like about it is the cab. The cab is very user friendly. The up is up, down is down. Sometimes they switch that in some models. And all the buttons are very easy. Well, everything's just easy to use. It's a very spacious cab. It's comfortable. They're not complaining at the end of the day that they're stiff or that they're anything like that. Except when the AC goes out. Talk to Dad about that.
Okay. Stephanie, don't run off. We've got to take a break here. Folks, stay with us. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsors.
The Kansas Wheat Innovation Center in Manhattan is rediscovering ways to get improved varieties and new genetics in the hands of farmers faster. Grower-led and checkoff-funded research initiatives are bringing about positive change. This grassroots leadership provides a strong voice in Topeka and Washington, D.C. Now is the time to partner with Kansas Wheat in moving wheat forward. Kansas Wheat Commission and Kansas Association of Wheat Growers. Farmers investing in their future and yours. Log on to rediscoverwheat.org.
Tarwater Farm and Home has been family owned and operated since its beginning in 1978. What you need for farm and agriculture, lawn and garden, clothing and footwear, and so much more. You'll be surprised at what you'll find in this huge store. They have what you need and lots of it. So come take a look. You'll discover that customer service is first and foremost. Always has been with the Tarwaters. Tarwater Farm and Home, 4107 North Topeka Boulevard.
Next time you see a beautiful field of corn, reach out and thank the farmers who work tirelessly to raise corn for livestock feed, renewable fuels, and exports to feed a growing world population. The farmers on the Kansas Corn Commission work for Kansas Corn with grower-funded checkoff dollars that support foreign and domestic market development, research, promotion, and education to expand opportunities for Kansas farmers. To learn more, visit kscorn.com. That's My Farm is brought to you in part by TALLGRASS Commodities, big enough to serve, small enough to care.
Welcome back to That's My Farm. I'm Jim Schroyer, and with us we have Stephanie Osowski from Grafton, North Dakota. And Stephanie, you left home a few weeks ago with your family. I didn't mean to make you sound like you're a hobo or anything, or they kicked you out of the house. But you headed to Hobart, Oklahoma. So tell us a little bit about what the yields were, test weights were down there, and then you went up near Enid and Anthony, Kansas, and here in Lyons and Rice County. So kind of tell us the history that you've been seeing since you've started.
Well, in the winter, we talk to all of our farmers just to kind of get a feel for, are you having the same acres as last year? How does it look? How's your rainfall? How's everything? How are conditions? Everything like that.
So you were hearing some pretty bleak stories early on then.
But that is the farmer fashion. You think the worst, and then anything better than that is...
So you don't want to build up expectations too high. Yeah.
Right. That whole shoot for the moon and you'll end up for the stars, farmers don't have that.
Right. Okay, so tell us about the yields.
The first stop we saw kind of lower test weights, 56, 57, 58 pound test weights. And the yields though weren't too bad, about 30 to 40, anywhere in there.
Which is not too bad for that area.
That's not too bad for that area. And then from there, our farmer actually, he saw the best crop that he has had in 15 years maybe. He had about 45 bushel.
That's up in that Enid area.
Yep.
Jet Nash. Okay.
Right. And then from there we went to like around between Anthony and Attica, Kansas. And those farmers as well, they were telling us like, oh, you know, 30, 35 would be okay. 50 bushel, 40 bushel.
And how about the test weights?
Test weights were 62, 63.
Yeah, I always tell anybody that anything over 62 bushel, get a gallon milk jar and put it in it, put it on the mantle, because you know those are hard to come by. Yeah, they're very pretty, very pretty, pretty wheat. Yes. Okay, so how about what are you hearing here in Rice County, or seeing here in Rice County?
Well, we've always said this. There's something about this area. They just hook the reins and they get the good conditions and they always pull off a good crop, and that is the same for this year. We did, I would say this piece just behind us, we did about 70. This one is maybe 50 to 60, somewhere in there, but our farmer here, he usually averages 60 bushel, 65. Okay,
so that's his farm average, and you're right, he's doing a pretty good job.
He does a very good job.
Test weights?
62 and a half, 63. Yeah.
Wow, that's
on the mantle. Put it on the mantle.
Exactly. Okay. Well, this is one of the better wheat years I've seen in a long time, like you said, 15 years or so. But so how does this stack up to more recent memories from the south to north?
Really, it doesn't vary too much. We're pretty lucky. All of our farmers are pretty good at what they do. They have, I mean, down a lot of times though, it's not their fault even, because the first stop last year, they had no rain. It was just dry, barren. Nothing.
I remember.
Yes, and there were people like insurance agents coming out and telling these farmers like, this is a total loss. You're not going to get anything. And he still made about 10 to 15 bushel last year. So this year, doubling that is fantastic news for everybody. And then our farmer at the second stop, I told you that was his best crop that he had seen, but last year he did probably 30. So it's still not devastation. It's still okay.
One question I want to ask you that I should have asked in an earlier segment is, are these the same producers you come back to every year? I mean, have you been coming to this farm since you were 9 months old?
Maybe not 9 months. I would say between 5 to 9 years old, probably, because the last stop we were at, well, in Jet Nash area, 28 years.
Hang on, we have one more segment to do. Folks, stay with us. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsors. See you in a minute.
This is Eric Stonestreet, and as many of you know, I love my home state of Kansas. In March, Kansas ranchers lost homes, equipment, and thousands of cattle from the largest wildfires in the state's history. Imagine losing all you have in a fire. Not just your house, but your livelihood. Ranchers are beginning to rebuild, but it will take years and tens of millions of dollars to build back herds, fences, and other infrastructure. Today, I'm asking you to help. Donate what you can and show your support to the ranchers of Kansas. Simply go to kansasfires.com. Your donation is tax deductible and will go to those who need it the most.
Valley Vet Supply is devoted to providing information and professional quality products at reasonable prices.
Valley Vet Supply.
Clyde Sutton, Ness City, Kansas. Lived on this place all my life. About 1.5 years ago, got to where I couldn't saddle a horse. The pain was terrible. Read about stem cell. First it wasn't for me, then they started doing neck and back. Before I went down to Manhattan, the pain I was having from my neck down to my hand was curling my hand back. Some people had thought I almost had a stroke, and my shoulder had drawed up. I couldn't lift, I couldn't sleep, I really couldn't do anything, and was scheduled to be operated on, but was scared of the knife, I guess. Went and had it done. As you can see, I saddled a horse. I'm still building fence. Love to shoot a shotgun rifle, and I'm able to participate, not like I used to, but nevertheless I can do the things I used to do. And I want to personally thank the doctors, nurses, staff at Kansas Regenerative Medicine for the opportunity they give me to have my life back again.
That's My Farm is brought to you in part by Tallgrass Commodities. Big enough to serve, small enough to care.
Welcome back to That's My Farm. I'm Jim Schroyer, and with us we have Stephanie Osowski from North Dakota on the custom cutter crew here in Rice County. And it looks like to me here you're going to have a rain delay. It looks
you
like
are
here
just
in
all
about
about jinxing things
I'm
today.
sorry about that, but it looks like within the hour you may have some moisture coming in from the west there. Stephanie, tell us a little bit about this blogging you're doing with the High Plains Journal, All Aboard Wheat Harvest.
This is my 5th year writing for All Aboard Wheat Harvest, and in total there's 4 of us writing, and then there's 1 guest blogger that writes as well.
Okay.
But I write just basically what they want is a day-to-day account of what it's like to be on a harvest crew. The ups, the downs,
just kind of what I was asking you.
Exactly, the yields, a lot of people ask for protein, just to check it out, obviously the quality of the wheat. People love it when you're stuck though. People love when you're just hearing.
It's just like going to a hockey match. They want to fight.
Yes, exactly. Yes, that's a good way to put it. From a hockey town, you're speaking to me.
Okay. So what kind of responses have you had about broken down or stuck, or just in general?
Mostly people you can comment on the blogs, or you can email me, or now with all the social media, with the Facebook, and there's so many ways that you can contact me. And a lot of people will just comment and say, like, oh, I've been here before, and yeah, I'm really I hope everything was okay. I hope nothing broke down. People are very supportive, and people are more people follow it than I ever would have imagined when I started. It's
really
crazy. Like even Peter got recognized the other day at a gas station. Somebody recognizes us.
Oh, he's a star because he's on your blog.
Famous.
He's famous. So how do people follow you then? Well, and the other crews?
The website you can go to is allaboardharvest.com.
Allaboardharvest.com. One word.
Yep, yep. And likewise, the Facebook page is www.allaboardharvest.com. They have a Twitter account as well. If you have harvest photos that you want to share, you can use hashtag AAWH16, and you can share your photos with us as well.
Oh, that's good.
And I believe they have a contest actually. So if you're a good photographer, if you want to be in the calendar, just take some pictures and you can submit them.
Well, Stephanie, I really appreciate you taking time. You're fun to talk to, and I really appreciate you taking the time. And hope you, knock on wood, you don't have a rain delay. And
you better knock on wood.
All the way. I hope you have a good harvest all the way back home. So thanks for being with us. And you folks at home, make sure you watch All Aboard Wheat Harvest and watch Stephanie and her crew. And thanks for being with us on this That's My Farm. And we'll see you next week about the same time on Friday morning. See you then.
Closed captioning brought to you by Ag Promo Source. Together we grow. Learn more at agpromosource.com.